What is going on, you guys? Coming to you today with an X-Wing 2.0 build for Scum, and we're going to be using the lovely Kath Scarlet using yet another Squad Builder 2.0. I will put a link to this build and site down in the description below, but we're going to start off with the awesome Fire Spray, and we will be using Kath Scarlet. Now, Kath is one of those pilots that really wants to have a couple of generic ships close by her enemies. So if there is at least one friendly non-limited ship at range 0 of the defender, roll 1 additional attack die. So we want to have bumping going on, and there's a couple of ways that we can do this and hopefully make things work out in our favor. I do want to remind you guys there is a giveaway going on for an Armada core set right now. All you have to do is leave a comment on one of my Armada videos to and be a subscriber to enter to win that. And that should be happening about a week into September. I'll be announcing the winner of that as well. But yeah, so Kath is going to basically have a couple of friends. We are going to put 2 Z95s here with her, and I'm going to build them both the same, but I'm going to start up with the Z95s first. Now, one of the things I'm doing here is I'm going to actually upgrade these guys. Instead of just being the binary pirates, I'm going to bring them up to Black Sun soldiers. They are still not limited, so they'll still work, but I wanted them to have the talent upgrade so that I could give them intimidation. And the idea of intimidation is this is just going to synergize with Kath's ability. Range 0 meaning touching. I want these Z95s to be able to provide even more benefits. So if it does work, it will work really, really well. And then additionally, I'm going to give them feedback array. So this way, if they are touching, they can also end up doing some damage by giving feedback. And I will duplicate them with the little clone button right there. So I'm going to have 2 Z95s, both running intimidation and feedback array. Now, this is going to synergize with Kath because in this, even if it's a high agility ship, like maybe a TIE Interceptor, what we can do is we can say, all right, that's no problem. Or an Ywing, Arvil Cringe wants to come in and try to ram somebody. You hit one of these Z95s, well, now your agility gets reduced, and then Kath also gets an extra die on top of that. So this is the 1-2 punch of teamwork really coming together. So what are we going to give Kath? Well, I will go ahead and give Kath Scarlet Elusive to help her stay alive, which is a nice little thing. And I'm going to go ahead and put the Marauder title up on there as well. And then to work with that, we will give Veteran Tail Gunner. So the Marauder is going to give us a reroll when we shoot out of our rear side, but also the key thing here is we're getting the Gunner, and then the Tail Gunner is going to say after we perform a forward attack, we can also perform a bonus rear attack. So we can potentially fire 2 shots here, which is always going to be a nice thing. And of course, our rear shot will be stronger because we get a reroll out of it, so we can take focuses all the time if we need to, which is a good thing. But there's another thing we're going to do, and this one isn't out of the normal conversion kit, but we're going to take an upgrade from the Millennium Falcon, from Lando's Falcon. We're going to put L3 on here. Now, the L3 card is for you. It's a double-sided card, and so you can't actually read the other side of it. So I'm going to talk about it here because this I think is one of the only double-sided ones that's in here that you can't really see the other side for. But in the squad builder here, but it's the L337 crew, and you have to equip it face up, and when you defend, you can flip this card, and if you do, you make the attacker re-roll all of their attack dice. That much is really nice. However, the other side, once you flip it, once you spend it, she gets absorbed into the computer, and it becomes a configuration with L337's programming. And it says, if you are not shielded, decrease the difficulty of your bank maneuvers. Now, that is pretty slick, because if we look at Kath, she's going to gain 4 new blue maneuvers out of that. Her 2 left and right bank and her 3 left and right bank are going to become blue maneuvers. which means, which is just going to synergize into everything else, because now elusive, if you fully execute a red maneuver, well, now we have much less problem executing red maneuvers because we have so much more blue on our dial. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 blue maneuvers, so it's gonna be real easy to shed stress, which is awesome. And I think that's going to be great. It's going to really help us line up those front and rear shots too. We're going to have a lot more flexibility on where we want to go, and hopefully we'll stay alive a lot easier. I'm also going to increase Kath's survivability with hull upgrade, and that's going to become a little expensive on this ship because we've got 2 agility, so the hull upgrade ends up costing 5 points. But we don't want to upgrade the shields because I don't really mind losing the shields in this case, because I'm more concerned with staying alive with no shields than, so in this case, hull is slightly more attractive to me than shields. So now we have one more ship I want to add, and I'm also going to make it another generic, but just in case pilot skill 3 ends up being a little too high to force some of those bumps, I will go ahead and throw a pilot skill 1 on here. And we're going to go ahead and add a Ywing, and we'll go with our lowest, our pilot skill 1, our Crymora Goon. And our Crymora Goon is going to put that lovely Genius. Now, Genius is a little different here in 2.0. After you fully execute a maneuver, if you have not dropped or launched a device this round, you may drop a bomb. So we can go ahead and drop a bomb, and we'll make that proximity, right? Or, well, we can't really do proximity, can we? So we'll go ahead and drop I'm not really sure if... I guess the difference between Connor nets and proximity mines and proton bombs, it's the same upgrade. So ideally, it would be nice to be able to put proximity mines on here so you can move at pilot skill 1 and then drop the proximity mine. However, we may not be able to do that. We may just have to go ahead and go with proton bombs. Depending on what's legal or not. I don't see any reason why you couldn't do a proximity mine in this case, but because it's a mine and not a bomb, it's the same slot, but we'll go ahead and go with proton bombs in this case. But let me know in the comments below, do you think proximity mines would work in this case? Because I would rather use those. And then we can go ahead and put inertial dampeners on here as well. And then we have a 1-point initiative bid as well. So we have enough flexibility. You can go proton bombs or proximity mines in this build. But basically at initiative 1, inertial dampeners is going to let us... if we want to stay still, because you are executing a white maneuver. It's just also, after you fully execute. And I'm pretty sure fully executing a 0-speed maneuver, as long because it is considered a maneuver, then you go for it. So we'll be able to drop a bomb. We can, bomb somebody and hit them. Just have a little bit of fun with that. So that is kind of the build. And as much as I would rather have proximity mines in this case, since it's not going to hurt us too. But it's still nice to be able to just drop a proton bomb, hurt yourself, even if you really want to. And one of the things you could do is you could upgrade that to Dead Man's Switch as well. So if you do want to kill yourself, if you get down to 1 and you want a proton bomb, kill yourself, and then also hurt the other people, which would be a really fun little combination. So you could do both of these. You could do proton bomb and Dead Man's Switch, or inertial dampeners and proximity mines. But I like both options. I'm going to go ahead and go with the proton bombs and Dead Man's Switch, just so to have a little bit of fun with that. I think that's a pretty fun upgrade, and we'll have some fun with that. So I'll put a link to this in the description below. But we do have a couple of different generic pilots here, hopefully to allow Kath plenty of opportunities to use her ability. She should be the real big heavy hitter, obviously the biggest threat right here. But the more they shoot at her, the harder they're going to have to do it, because elusive will work, L3 will work for a really big attack, and once those shields go down, she's going to be even more deadly, so or at least more maneuverable. So that will be fun. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. I want to thank you guys for watching, and if you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. Click that little bell for alerts so you don't miss out when new content comes out. And let me know what your plans are for launch week of X-Wing 2.0. I want to thank you guys again so much for watching, and have a great day.